Do you see what I see? I know you don't. I know the great majority of you don't. But I do. I see it. And it looks so glorious and beautiful to me. I guess those are the appropriate words to use. Those words that I've been taught to express myself. Those are words that I believe are appropriate. Those are words I believe I want to use because I believe they are appropriate. Huh. But the interesting thing is, maybe they're not. They could actually lack in what it is I'm trying to describe. The word may not exist for what I'm truly trying to describe. And the best I can do is to speak to you in a language that you know, and that's using the words, the vocabulary, the language that you taught me. What else do I have? For I could create my own word, but still then I have to help you come to an understanding, understanding. Did I start with over understanding? Or under? Over understanding. Of what it is I'm trying to express. Those sound waves that I am emitting from my mouth. By way of the chords, playing the chords for the vibration. So I have to find the tone that you understand. The beat, the rhythm, the pattern of the words. Syllables, that pattern, the breakdown. You know what I speak of. And so the question is that what you have put forth, is that the best that can be used? When you speak of greatness, of the great test, of that which is greater, are you successfully expressing yourself? Do they truly represent what you're speaking? It's only by way of us seeing the same things, being told the same things, knowing most of the same things, that when a word is applied to it and a word is taught to us, that's the effective word to use. Get what I'm saying? What else? What would you have except for those initials? Those initial vibrations that began to grow and they have more musical notes, and more stops and more breaks, and more patterns. And so we have those words in common because we were taught them in common. And others were taught other words. And we take their words that they use that are foreign to us, and as they point to something, speak it as it is, they make it known what it is exactly they're speaking of by way of communicating with those who know the same language, and also by other modes and manners. and they find the like words. What is what one is saying truly the same as what another is saying, or is one only forced to communicate in the understood language? Because I can create my own, but then I have to relay it to you by way of your own language. So they become the same. But I will say this, that either what I see is greater than what you see, or it is not. But I will say this, I am trying to see what is greater than what you see. I question what it is you see and how great it is. And it's not I, but it is my Father who demands such. Because the truth of the words exist that you created. So you speak of greater as I use your words and try to truly understand them, and understanding, understanding, overstand them. And I utilize them. Either it'll be effective or I won't. But there are some that I believe I get. And so I'm trying to use them to express what I see and relay it to you the best I can. I'm not saying what I see is greater or more beautiful. What I'm saying is what it is that I see. And ultimately, I can't give you anything more than that. Because even if I were lying to you, it's still me seeing my lies. A liar knows they're a liar, yes, and so they're comfortable in that, or that because they're comfortable in who they are. Even if they hate themselves, they find comfort in that. Which makes me think of something else I'll speak of about those who do see themselves as lowly. Christians must see themselves as lowly, yes. I have many conversations when they speak of the fallibility of the human being and how if it was not for Jesus Christ, hell, we so fucked up. We born in sin, we born broke. That we be doomed to hell. God made us so broke, or allowed us to cause we so broke, whatever, however you want to put it. And to me, I wonder if that is indicative. That is something if you interview Christians. Ultimately, I'm talking about the commonality of people of any and all faiths, though. But specifically Christians, and have an idea and concept that we aren't worthy. We're not God. So we aren't worthy. And so I wonder there is actually some self-loathing psychologically there. To think that you must be saved, that you are not worthy, that you have to be saved. And that you can't really save yourself, but you can by way of believing. But it's only in believing in that which can save you. But I think ultimately that gives you the power. That brings you in a loop, yes, because you must believe. And if you don't believe, then obviously you have the choice, the free will to believe or not. So by way of believing, that very act itself, you are saving yourself, yes? Unless you do not have the power to believe. Or don't have the power to believe in something specifically, that you must believe in something else. And actually, you can't believe what it is that somebody else believes because you don't see what it is they see. If I point to you and tell you I see the face of God, then either you see it also or you don't. You're forced to believe me or believe me not. And you are faced with the choice to believe me even if you don't see it. That I may indeed see it, and there is something special in the fact that I can't see it. And so that maybe you should actually listen to what it is I have to say. But it's only upon listening to what I have to say that you should form any idea, concept of whether or not you want to believe me. Believe the truth that I speak. Some people have spoken throughout history, and many people have believed them. Many have spoken, and very few people have believed them. But it's by belief. Once again, that is that connection. So you are God because God gives you that power. Because you must have power because you are of God. So you must have power. Unless he made you separate. He's totally separated him from you. And he saved all the power for himself. A power of that which is. It is the truth of that which is. And the power. And the power to be used. Yep, I really feel like I was rambling. I was like, man, that seemed long. That was 11 minutes.